And we're back for the final time, Scuba.
We survived the week. I'm caffeinated. I ate a very sugary almond croissant in between this and our interview and this. So
Lovely.
yeah, I'm twitching.
I've been
And we got
drinking.
another mustache up here. So still rock hard.
I know. Look at this. Um, been awesome. 3 days flew in, right? I mean, we had again the reason why we do it is that we just get to uh, interview and talk to all these awesome animators and steal all their knowledge. And we had Adam from Studio NX. We had an awesome interview, Robbie, with Jason Trimmer. He's an Adult Swim animator. He's worked on Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Haha You Clowns, and it was really cool to talk to him about like the realities of working in the animation industry. So I think we did pretty good, man. I think we gathered a lot of knowledge together to impart.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a good, fun, informative, educational week. And I feel like we've had so much focus on talking to cool people, and now it's time to shift gears and make sure that we're giving the focus and attention to the juried art show aspect that we put together.
Yeah, because that's the reason why we're all here, right? For cold hard cash. But again, it's been awesome to be able to highlight animators on Mallow, and I had a lot of fun checking them out. I have even more fun because the burden of judging is not on me; it's not on you. Poor Robbie here. We've wrangled him in for a second year in a row to judge, but like no better person. He knows what he's talking about. He's got taste. He's got a fantastic mustache. He's just a devilishly handsome man. Just
Stop it.
making me
Stop.
feel just inadequate in every way. So welcome, Robbie. It was great to have you. And again, we really do appreciate you doing this for a second year in a row, giving your time, especially this time of the year. So we really appreciate that, and we're excited to announce some winners.
Absolutely. Thanks for including me. Love that we're running it back year two. And yeah, we have a lot of really beautiful pieces to share. And obviously just excited to be a part of this and help foster this animation community here on Solana. It's a niche within a niche. Animators are a very particular breed of human, and we need to stick close together because there's a lot of people coming after us. We have a lot of power in this world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The big big governments after animators. We're only going to be strong if we stick together.
Yeah, you've got big government, you've got AI. They're all after us. Can I ask as well? How did you find judging? Did you find it difficult? What was your kind of criteria going into it? Are you going to look at the technical aspects? Or are you going to look at just what makes you giggle? What kind of just it was like, that's a lot of fun, even though it's probably could have been, executed better. Did you just play it by ear?
Yeah, I think I have like a little criteria that I've kind of worked up just for my personal kind of judging style. And, I'm trying to think about all the different factors that make animation what it is. And so considering things like playing with frame rates, playing with like a high volume of drawings per second, or whether it's that or motion graphics, like utilizing animation for what it does best, which is motion, which is personality. The pieces that end up having more of that, I gravitate towards in general. Also considering music as part of this. Granted, this is an animation festival, but I think animation and music are a match made in heaven as just like two mediums that are meant for each other. And so in my mind, like I'm not weighing the music heavily, but those that that incorporate it, I think are I give a little bit of a kind of point to, as well as also just considering like the basics of non-animated things like composition, color. Like, is the image pleasant to look at? Is it charming? Is it appealing? So all those things I'm kind of weighing in this process. And yeah, it was fun to be able to sift through some works and kind of pick through, get a sense of like which pieces really stood out to me. Saw a couple of repeat submitters from last year, which is pretty sweet. And one of our winners is a repeat winner. Very talented piece as well, an animator. So excited to see some kind of running it back on multiple fronts, and yeah, excited to go through them together.
Nice. I found as well, watching them, I don't know how you felt, that I would kind of see an animation and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And then I'd watch the process and then I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Like one that stood out to me was, I think it's I Hate the Circus. And it was the kind of GIF animation of the stop motion of the clown juggling. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Somebody took photographs, I think it was S. Jane and Lamprecht, of their clothes on the concrete. But then when I watched the process, they were using a drone and they were flying it overhead. And I was like, oh, wow, there's like so much more in the process that I never would have seen from the final piece. And that's only one example. So I had a kick out of going through all the process videos. And I think that that definitely made me fall in love with some more than just actually seeing the finished product.
Agreed. Yeah, and particularly nowadays where it's like you wonder how these pieces are made. You know, the concept of AI being now on the table, you start to question, you know, a little bit more. I don't think that was really the case in this this fest, but it's something to like consider moving forward. Is like process is as entertaining, if not more so, sometimes than the final result. And just to be like, oh, like how do you create this illusion? Because that's what animating is, right? It's just an illusion of life to bring something to life. Literally, it's like the Latin derivative of animate. So I think it's like that kind of behind the scenes look is really cool.
Yeah. Has any of your work been flagged as AI? Has anyone accused you of?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. All right.
Luckily, I have not gotten any accusations. I have had my work stolen and then like thrown through an AI kind of generator. So
shit.
That's always fun. And what's great though is that I have a pretty loyal fan base who is like eagerly awaiting those moments of being like screw this, like this is fucking like this is Shillstone Arts, and like you're taking it from him, like so. At least I have a built-in police committee that's gonna hunt down the AI slop users that are stealing my work. So
that's great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, because I've had my stuff. Somebody's accused me of. I started posting on TikTok and I got like 3 or 4 different people saying AI, that's AI bullshit. And I've often wondered, it's like, you really think AI can animate this sloppily? Like, I mean, it would be better if it was AI. I feel like it's a rite of passage now. And somebody did apologize when I posted the process video, and then I accused her apology of being AI. So,
okay, at least they're willing to come around. You know, most of those people will not. You'll never hear from them again. But,
what about you, Scuba? Have you been accused of your animations being AI?
Fortunately for me, the most AIs have content restrictions where you can't make what I make with AI, at least in today's world. You plug a Nippy into AI and it says like, hey, I can't give you that back.
That's a hack, man. Just make your shit X-rated.
Yeah, pretty much. It's actually a great way of going about it. You know,
it's got other drawbacks. Like I can't really post most of it on Instagram or TikTok.
Or Breakpoint.
Yeah, you share one butthole pic, and all of a sudden everyone starts crying.
Yeah,
it's a real problem. It's like, come on, guys.
This will all take down dynasties. Just when start getting blasé about nipples, it's next stop is just the collapse. We had some really cool transition animations made for the Breakpoint exhibition, which obviously you were a part of, where Scuba's little nippies would come in and pull the curtain across to reveal the next animation. And of course, instantly they're like, love the animations. Yeah, that nippy shit ain't gonna fly in Dubai. Sort of like you need to,
wasn't willing to take a risk to back us on that.
Yeah, this goes against our way of life. You're like,
I mean,
purple
it's like
nipple monsters.
A cum shot that like splatters into the Soul Animation logo. Like you're not seeing. There's no nudity. It's over the shoulder. You're just seeing like a little bit of arm twitching and then a little splatter.
We don't know what it is.
Yeah, I felt like you kind of leaned into the challenge of like how can I offend these people the most?
I went into it. I was pissed off about various things and pulling late nights, like scrambling to get things together. So yeah, I wanted to try to poke the bear.
Yeah, we're proud of you, man. We
That's
wouldn't have
So
it any other way.
we ran it. I don't know, Robbie, if you got to see the final thing, but in place of those in between, it would just go to was the blurred out things that I made, and then just giant block letters that said "censored for your safety."
Okay, cool. That's also a great way of like going about that. Being like, we're not cutting it. We're just, we're making it palatable.
The easy, smart-ass solution.
It's awesome.
So I'm sure everyone that's checking us out right now is like, why don't you guys shut the hell up and tell us who won? And you'd be right. But we want to let you know that the Mallow Audience Award and the Solana Culture Award will not be announced this evening. They will be announced at the end of Mallow Space on Monday. That is when we will announce those two prizes. So you have the whole weekend to shill your animation, to get more friends to like it, to set up a bunch of fake wallets to get in there and keep, liking your own stuff. I see you. But yeah, you have the whole weekend to keep promoting it. But we do have the winners for the three main categories, which is motion design, GIF, and narrative. So I'm going to hand it over to Scuba, and he is going to tell you who won the second place in the motion design. Will we kick it off there?
Yes, we will. And just before we jump in, Robbie didn't judge this alone. So if you're upset, please know that there are two other judges, John Lay and Joyce Liu. They had prior commitments at this time and couldn't join us for this call. Robbie's here with his mustache. I love it. But just know that like you can spread out who you want to get pissed off at.
Yeah, Robbie is the foreman of the jury. He's the face of the judging panel, but he did not do it alone. So don't flame the guy, right?
I'm willing to take it. Like I am the reason for all of your problems at this point.
There you go.
Just whatever that may be, like bring it on. Like let's do it. Now let's take some look at some animation.
All right, can we get a drum roll for the runner-up for motion design?
All right, here we go. Boom! Garden of Unbelonging, Scuba
by Edgar Cruz.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So this is
second place. So Edgar's won himself $200, 200 United States dollars.
A really cool piece. Like I think what I like quite a bit is just like the composition is like compelling. It utilizes motion graphics in a way that's subtle but enhances the piece, particularly this kind of loading symbol in the middle that then emanates light that kind of casts across what looks to be like a 3D model, I think. It's a really cool piece, kind of a collage of like 3D, 2D. You could get a sense of like some minimal motion graphics effects, but I think it's just like it stands on its own 2 feet without motion and then only enhanced by motion.
Amazing.
All the above. Really cool scene. I love the lighting effects. Congratulations, Edgar Cruz.
Yeah. It's the more I look at it, I'm starting to see more like these little one-stroke little ripply lines at the bottom. Yeah, when I think of motion design, it's a piece like this I would think of, and I think the colors are beautiful and everything Robbie said. He put it so much more elegantly, and you could that's $200 in the bank. Should we move on to the first place in motion design?
Yes. Get that drum roll going.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I tell you, for someone who likes jazz, that is some bad rhythm you've got there, Robbie.
Yeah, clearly not my calling.
All right. So, number one, $500 in the motion design category goes to...
It's up. Press play. Solana forever.
Wow.
Awesome. Love it. And a little Solana branded art never hurts anybody, but I think what we were talking about this earlier, how to weigh out music within this this entire festival, and being like, okay, in this case, like, music plays a very integral part of it. I can say, as someone who animates to music often, timing these things is difficult. It's incredibly time consuming to make sure it hits right. If it's off even a little bit, it like ruins the illusion. Not to mention also just like a really cool like visual style to all of the kind of accompanies the music in a really cohesive way. But yeah, no. Also, Jigsaw is just a great musician, and to my understanding, or lack of understanding, I didn't realize he was also such a great motion designer as well. So cool to see the two worlds come together in a really fun and great audiovisual piece.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So clean.
Yeah. And again, I didn't know Jigsaw. I knew he did some visuals. I didn't know he was this adept at Blender. I think it's Blender. But again, fantastic musician. I've actually hit up Jigsaw in the past and said, listen, when I need a theme tune for an animation, I'm coming to you, man. He's just a fantastic musician, and the music just makes this. And yeah.
You can see a time lapse of his entire process at Jigsaw General on X. It was posted on December 4th. You've got the submission, and then the second post is the entire audio and then the visual process, creating all of that. Congratulations, Jigsaw. Killer work.
Yeah.
Stoked for you, dude.
The dude is just like, he just oozes creativity. He just seems to always be tinkering with different projects and mediums on the timeline. And yeah, I see him a lot. And yeah, just a good dude and solid creative individual. So yeah, fair play. Fair play. So that's the motion design category.
Lovely.
Already off to a strong start.
And great job to everyone that also submitted. Just because you didn't get placed in this doesn't mean that you weren't seen. It's great to be able to look at everyone's work.
Yeah. And if you do have any problems or any issues, direct all of your DMs to John Lay, and he will answer any of your gripes. No, I'm only joking. So, Scuba, should we move on to the GIF category? This was a stacked category, wasn't it?
I think it is GIF 30. Most submissions hands down went into this category. How many did we have total? It was like 29.
I remember 29
total out of 40 something.
Yeah, because when we got them, I remember thinking, we were looking through them, and we vividly talked about, like, man, this is going to be a tough one for the judges because there was so many cool ones in it there. But the second place for this is $400 United States dollars.
I don't know why that always makes me laugh.
It's it's for I'm a foreigner. I don't understand your currency. It's monopoly money as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And it will be soon enough. Sorry. All right. Sure. All right. Moving on. So, you want to give a drum roll, and we'll announce the second place prize in the gift category. Boom. Siggy. This is by Moldy and Wedico and Emery as well. Wow.
Just so a good global threesome.
Yeah. Think what like stands out to this from this piece is obviously this collage feel to the whole piece. It's like you really get a sense of like, okay, like this is animated. Like it's using frame by frame animation to make the illusion of life. Something pretty cool though, and I think we've all seen a little bit of the behind the scenes process to this piece, and that this was actually handmade, hand shot on a camera. So I think that kind of level of detail that goes into the craft is also wildly impressive, and also just a commitment to the medium in its own right. We also love collabs. We love seeing artists bringing their kind of talents together to make something that each individually couldn't make. So can you actually do you have access to the process video, or did they not share it on the
They didn't send the link with their submission, but I know they posted a bunch about it.
Yeah. If it's too hard to find, that's okay. But it's cool just to like really show what goes into making something like this.
Because this could have been so easily done digitally, and it would have saved them a whole lot of time. But the fact that it's all done analog, and again, as you say, like as a collaboration, it only happens because each of their unique strengths that they brought to the table. And fantastic.
I pulled up a screenshot of just like all the pieces laid out on a table.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah,
sick. It's like that kind of commitment to be like, all right, go in, really tinker, with each of those frames. I think something to keep in mind as well is like that frame rate looked probably to be like 12 frames per second, which is the equivalent of what we like to call animating on twos. So 12 drawings a second, that's a pretty impressive frame rate to be working within. That's my frame rate that I work within, and it's like I know how long that shit takes. So to do it then manually, and then like it's just a cool. It really preserves the art form in a way that I think you love to see, and would be curious to see what an extended loop was. That's like only a 1 second loop or so. So what would it look like if these guys really tinkered even further? My mind wanders.
Yeah, because Moldy did the textile animation last year, which was really fun, and it makes you want to, like Robbie's saying, it makes you want to see these guys just commit to like a 6-month project, and put all their other stuff aside just because we want to see what they could animate together. Agreed.
I'd be curious to know what collaborators did what parts, like who did the character animation, who did the background, who did the like what were each of their kind of roles in this. I know Guides is obviously okay, but it's cool just to like really
so here we've got
show what
Emery did the guide, the character,
because this could have been so easily done digitally, and
he's not really
saved them a whole lot
pulling
of
the
time.
curtain back on.
It's all done analog
between him and Wetico, who did what for the texture in the background.
Again, as you say, like as a collaboration, it only happens because each of their unique strengths that they brought to the table. And
there you go. We got some double feedback there.
That was very upsetting to hear my own voice.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah, I'm on mute for the rest of this space.
Well, congrats to Siggy and all collaborators.
Yeah, amazing piece of work. So we move on to the top prize in the gift category, and that will receive 800 United States dollars, legal tender in the US. Who does that go to, Mr. Scuba? Wow.
Agil. I wish I knew how to say your name. Congratulations.
What a beautiful piece. I don't think we need to explain why. It's elegant. It's the composition's just charming, and I can't think of any other word other than elegant. Like that, it feels like a meditative piece. I love how it almost feels like a comic that came to life. That really, I don't know. It's like I just want to hang out in it for a while. You watch each panel for the full loop, and even like the detail is, I think, obviously where this piece really starts to just feel alive. Particularly the flower, how like you could choose to let that flower be kind of stationary, but he's like, no, there's like a breeze that's like pushing this along. And yeah, I mean, my vote for the best piece of the festival. I loved it. I love his work. I have for a while. We follow each other on Instagram for years now. So it's really cool to see him submit to something like this, and always appreciate his work.
It's like each frame, I feel like on its own would have been like a strong contender, and then to have this composition of all these different pieces come together, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This thing is so clean, so flowy.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. Transitions and morphing are, they're so nice.
Yeah. I love how it breaks the square frame as well. The flower goes out beyond it and the petals like fly above it. That's like, it really gives, it's clever. It's really clever.
Yeah. And you say elegant, which, obviously is a great way to describe it. But for me, it's even like you notice as someone that understands the craft when you look at the speed of the animation, and I'm not using the correct term, but the way it's able to, there's the flow. It's not like there's more to animation than making the image move. You make it move with grace, with personality, with, this is what I see here. Like, this is, somebody could look at this and they could probably reproduce this movement, but it just won't have this sort of grace or personality to it, because this is someone that really understands what they're doing. It's hypnotic. I could watch it all day. It's just masterful.
Yeah, animation, I think, is at its best when there's a real weight to it and there's a cadence to it. And when you're trying to create the illusion of weight, what it comes down to is timing and spacing. Yeah. And when you space things frame by frame that are a little bit closer, it gives this loftiness to it. And then with each drawing, if you create more and more gap between the drawings, that is the illusion of speed. And so even like I'm looking at kind of the top right quadrant and being like, he has this sense of like a little bit of speed and then loftiness, and then settles into the next movement. Like those kinds of principles that need to be preserved, that again utilize the medium, that make it feel alive. Life is not about going from A to B, it's about how you get there. And that's the advantage of animation. Something I need to just like remind myself every now and then. It's like, yeah, how do you get that weightiness and that personality to come through?
Yeah, you said what I tried to say, just so much more poetically, Ravi.
I love Trev.
I need you walking around with me in day-to-day life and helping me just communicate. Yeah, fantastic. I'm so happy that they took the time to submit this, because this is some fantastic work.
Yeah, this is a piece that you need to collect ASAP. If it hasn't been collected, and you're an art aficionado, this is definitely a piece to scoop real quick.
It is listed on Exchange Art right now.
I'm tempted.
Yeah. and we can say like there was a lot of incredible animations in the GIF category. It was a very stacked category. I think, as Scuba said, I had the most submissions, and there was a lot of there's a lot of great stuff in there as well. These just represent the two that came out on top, but there was a lot of incredible work. We move on, Scuba, to the narrative animation.
The train keeps on plugging along here.
Yeah, it's Friday night. It's people got places to go. We're going to start with the second place place winner.
Before we pull that one up, Trev, I want to just give some context that this one was actually submitted into GIFs, and when we watched it, we were like, in the initial curation, we were both like, this isn't a GIF. This is telling like a complete like beginning, middle, and end story.
Yeah.
So we took it upon ourselves to shift this person's submission from GIF into narrative, because we just felt like it was going to be better represented, looked at through the lens of narrative as opposed to as a GIF.
Yeah. I think that we kind of we put it out there saying that just because your animation is say 5 seconds long doesn't mean it's necessarily like not a narrative. you can tell a story in 5 seconds. And yeah, this was something that we felt was this is before I even went to the judges. This is something that belongs in narrative, and I think we obviously made the right decision, because then the judges come back and it places second place and it wins $600 United States dollars.
Lom is Lom.
Tripping.
It's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, like, we've all been here. We've all had too many mushrooms. We've all been like, oh, God, it's magical. It's horrible. It's an existential nightmare. No, but it's a very fun piece. And when thinking about narrative in any context, it's like, yeah, just like cause and effect, character changing, right? Like what is the kind of the dynamic? I think utilizing different kinds of shots, like the close up, even though it's subtle, it's still just like it's a choice to cut in on the character to emphasize them a little bit more. And yeah, like I think, you know, this world right now of like fast making content for socials and stuff like that, it's like a lot of people are begrudgingly like being like, oh, I don't want to make things for that. But it's like, no, that's just another platform to tell a story. You can tell a story in 10 seconds. You can tell a story in 5 seconds. You know, it's like, I think that to be concise is actually kind of its own talent. And this is a very short but very charming little animation. Yeah, tigers tripping. What's not to like?
I love the color change of like we're going from not tripping to the psychedelic world. Shift everything to blue.
Yeah, I think
nice
like
transitions.
I would say like I'm not here to like, we're here to celebrate, but also a little critique or just like a suggestion of being like, push that further. Push like, what is it like? It can just be a color shift, but also like you could incorporate more colors. You can, you know, think about like stylistically, like what if the tripping version is like a whole different, you know, visual aesthetic, you know, to really separate the worlds, you know, things like that that can kind of like push this feeling even more. Just something, again, I'm not trying to tell them to do anything, but just to experiment even further, I think is always a fun thing to consider.
I will point out, psychedelic mushrooms, they bruise blue. You cut them, you bruise them, they turn blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
It's thoughtful.
This is the good stuff is like that moldy blue goodie. So yeah, we're not advocating for mushrooms, but we've all done them. So we'll leave it at that.
This reminds me of you remember the little bumpers MTV would have back in the 90s? They do these little animated bumpers that this would just be at home as one of those little transitions. I think it's perfect. As you say, it tells a perfect story, cause and effect.
Yep.
And even that little change into blue, just to, you know, to let us know we're in a different reality. It's little decisions that were made that compounded to be a really cool little narrative animation. And I love the mouth munching animation as well. I liked what they did there. Yeah, fantastic piece.
All right,
well done, judges.
What about number one? Yeah, Lom for sure. What about, so we got, what's first place winner? Remind me again.
First place, narrative animation. First place, Scuba, Robbie. And this individual is going to walk away with 1,000 United States dollars.
Cash. Hard.
In cash. Well, yeah, cash. Well, you know.
Physical, digital, cash. I wish we could send a briefcase.
Oversized.
No, or one of those like old-timey sacks with a dollar sign on it.
Yeah.
You know, like this is animation after all, right?
Yeah.
Sure. This person.
The feeling of a giant check is powerful.
A giant check, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotten like 2 in my life, and it was, I wanted to save them forever.
It's worth more when it's delivered via massive check. It's actually like 100. It's like 102 cents to the dollar via massive check.
So and then you bring that to the bank and you say, can you turn this into money? And they say, no, we need a real check. And then
Yeah.
you have to go make phone calls.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, you walk into the bank with a giant check and be like, hey, cash this, please.
Yeah,
like,
every time I go and try and put it in the ATM, I'm like, how the fuck is this supposed to fit?
Yeah. Because I think it would, like, I'd be on for like banks honoring giant checks. If I was running a bank, that would be my USP selling point. Like, we'll issue giant checks and we will honor them as well. I just want to see a queue of people holding like checks for $20 underneath their arm.
The giant checks in the mail.
Yeah.
It'll be there any minute.
Costs more in shipping than what the check is worth.
Well, see, that's the thing. By the time it gets around to like you getting your prize money, it's like, well, we had to deduct a bunch of shit off the top of this because of, well, you know, overhead.
It cost us $900 to actually make that big check. So this narrative one's actually $100.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it.
I love the fact that there's multiple people right now saying, like, will they just shut the fuck up and get on with it? We don't care about giant check jokes. They're terrible.
Don't make me drum roll forever. I'm going to start bruising.
All right. Okay. I've got my finger on the bottom. Here we go. Here is the winner for $1,000. Number one narrative. Oh.
We got lost in the stars, looking for stuff in the dust. We had it now, but we're not looking back. We got lost in the stars, no one around here to ask. It's not as easy as just to try.
Wow.
Cool. Love it. I mean, yeah, what to say? Like, the stylistically just awesome. Like, really cool. This chunky 3D animation style is just like a lot of cool personality that comes through it. A lot of details that I think on first watch kind of you might miss. But I think that's kind of the point. It's like, yeah, we're every single shot has like some details to it that just give it a real liveliness. Particularly like on this shot, that little dangly thing. What the hell is that? I don't know, but like just that alone is like cool. There's some personality on this shot in particular. It's like that thing is flailing around. It's very phallic, but in a way that's just fun. And yeah, just like I love the different choices of shots. Just it's not a very specific narrative. It's like we're watching a guy fly through a rocket ship. He crash lands and he ends up kind of stranded. And then simultaneously the music. This ties this thing together in a tone of like kind of melancholy, kind of a little. There's some sorrow in it, and I find that to be also just compelling. Contrast the style in a way that's actually interesting. It's like, might not be the exact kind of style, like music that you would associate with it, but it puts it in a different universe. So yeah, congratulations to Sanka. Like, what a cool piece. I've been able and privileged to see his work evolve and him dive into 3D work over the past couple of years. So to see him branch into animation and narrative, I know he's done some before, but in this case, it's a real triumph. So excited to, have him be first place and also to see what he does next.
Hell yeah. So it's original music by his sister.
Sick.
It's great.
That's awesome.
All of the animation happened in Blender. If you check out Sanka's Twitter page, his name is Sanka Librado. He has some process shots working in Blender, forming these characters, rockets, dangly phallic things that we all know and love. I'm going to go out on a limb here. The combination of visuals being like kind of upbeat, happy, like bright, colorful, and then the music being kind of melancholy. It's reminding me of an older episode of Rick and Morty. I think it's like the first Hive Mind one where like at the end, Rick is like in the garage, like getting ready to kill himself. And there's just like that tearjerker music comes in and then you cry a little watching adult comedy entertainment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a great callback. I remember that exact scene, and it's kind of
That one fucked me up.
yeah, like kind of it's like a little bit of like the embracing of the mundanity, in a way that I think is like it's what life is. You know, it's kind of like this might be this person's normal life. It's just like, yep, like I fly through space. It's as unremarkable as us driving on the highway. You know, like that kind of feeling of just like every day, which I draw towards in general. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's you wizardry coming from Blender. I love how it looks like it kind of has that like plasticine texture to it, like you know, it very well could have easily been, you know, physically made with models. I love that it looks like what I don't know what you guys call it in the States, but like, you know, it's like stop motion, like whatever, like, you know what, like you know what I'm talking about. Plasticine, is that what you call it?
Like casting kind of, or like
Yeah, it's oh my god, cultural differences. Yeah, it's like I'm struggling to think of a TV show that would use a clay. Yeah, we'll go clay. Clay is the close. Yeah, it's kind of. I just love the shimmers off. I love that. I do love I did think the ship looked quite phallic. I'm glad that Robbie brought that up. I was going to keep that to myself. This little dangly ball in this shot right here just was so charming as well. Like it's just bumping the night. Somebody said, yeah. But you know, I love the music. I love how it contrasts the bright animations. Fantastic. I mean, to me, again, when I first seen this, I thought, yeah, this is a strong contender and fantastic to see it place. And I'm really happy for Sankey. He's a good dude. Obviously, a lot of time and skill and effort went into this, and the fact is, it's a family affair. His sister got involved, created the music. Just yeah.
That's awesome as well. I didn't realize his sister was the one that made the music. I had a feeling it was original, but I didn't know that it was the family. That's cool as well. So maybe she gets a little bit of this big check. You know, he ripped off a corner of the check for her.
Yeah, no, he's going to tell her that he didn't place anywhere. Yeah. We didn't win.
Yeah, I got last place. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I say, cool. They said we would have placed, but the music really just set it back. So
yeah. Exactly.
Or you know, he could say like, "Well, we won," but they said, "Yeah, despite the music, it won." So yeah. I don't know. There's a few excuses for
we'll let them sort out the percentages there, but overall, like really great festival. Loved looking through all this work. Love seeing the animation community alive on Solana. I know you guys keep thanking the judges, but thank you guys. You guys are like spearheading this shit, making it happen, like putting up the booth at Breakpoint and just being like advocates for the arts and creating and carving out the space for animators on Solana. It does not go unnoticed, and I know the art community as a whole is very thankful for the both of you guys. So bravo to you, drum roll, whatever you want to call it, but you guys are killing it, seriously.
We appreciate that. Personally, I've got nothing better to do, so
got nothing but time.
Yeah, I'm just here anyway. I just turned the light off and sit in the dark when I'm not talking to you. So
that
I really appreciate that.
Love from you, Trevor.
But and we do want to say thank you, Robbie, and a big shout out to all the winners, and a bigger shout out to everyone who submitted. You know, we can sit here glazing each other back and forth like fucking donuts, but without anyone submitting work, we have nothing. You know, it doesn't happen. And so, you know, be proud of yourselves for like getting work in. And a lot of people are not animators and they took a chance with animating, and that's what we want to see. We want to see people step outside their comfort zone and do interesting things. And you know, the bug might just bite you, and you know, you start animating and you lose all remnants of a social life.
I'll say this from just like the submissions. I saw a lot of people who maybe were dabbling with animation for the first time, trying new things. Who it looks like the sister's going to get a little piece of it. Good. Happy to see you sharing the love. But yeah, like if this is your first foray into animation, you're like, oh, I'll give this a shot. Treat this as a launching point. Treat this as like a place to experiment, to try new things. The medium of animation is the closest thing to our imaginations that exist. It's like a conduit to like this weird little world that lives in our brain. And I think it's a wildly rewarding medium. And if nothing more, it'd be awesome to see people who submitted to this take it and run with it, and be like, want to see repeat submitters if this happens next year. But also just, like, don't let the competition of it be the only reason you do it. Do it because you love the craft, and that it's rewarding. It's something that can't be taken away from you. I'd love to see that come from, this festival in general. So, I'll shut up now.
Sage words. And like we said earlier, if you have a problem with the results, speak to John Lay. His DMs are open. Just flood him with all your aggressive.
You love getting DMs.
Yeah,
big fan.
So we still have 2 more awards, and myself and Scuba will be joining the Mallow Monday space as it wraps up to announce the audience award. We don't even know who that is. Mallow is keeping that under wraps as well. That's going to be exciting, and we'll also be announcing the Culture Award. So make sure you tune into Mallow Space on Monday. So there's still some money on the table, still some of that United States dollars left. But other than that, we want to say thank you, Robbie, for giving your time on this Friday. I know you could be doing a million other things, like combing that beautiful mustache. Look at it.
Pre-comb.
Yeah. Do you use any like oil or protein powder to just no?
I do nothing to deserve this. It's just laziness, and I'll break out a pair of scissors every now and then. But outside of that, this thing just works on its own.
I don't believe him. I don't believe that, Scuba. He just rolls out of bed looking like that. No.
Give that thing a salary, because it is working overtime.
We'll say it. This is literally me rolling out of bed. My day's starting. Your day's ending, Trev. Same with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, I'm about 8 beers deep as well. So, it's wearing on me.
Properly.
All makes sense.
Yeah. Well, again, it's been an honor. Scuba, it's been a pleasure. 2nd year in a row. Having almost daily calls with you. It's you're like my second wife. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Is she an air shot? We'll take this one to the DMs, right? We'll take this one to the DMs.
I'll let that slide. I do want to say real quick to the people who won, you will be receiving your prize money to whatever royalty wallet's attached to your piece. We are still just waiting on some sponsors who need to comply with the law when it comes to giving out money. And so we don't have your money coming right this moment. We'll make an announcement once that all goes out, hopefully in the coming week. And hopefully we can get some money in your pocket before the holidays or just right after the holidays. But it is coming.
Yeah, because unfortunately, crypto is starting to abide by the laws now, and we have all these checks and balances, which is bullshit.
Taxes back in my day.
Yeah, but yeah, with the Solana Foundation, beg your pardon, and all the other great sponsors are in the process of pushing the funds through for us. So we're going to be out contacting you, getting all your details, and getting you that money. So don't worry, it's coming. We're really excited. So I want to say a big thank you to you guys. Thank you, Scuba. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, John. And thank you, Joyce, for also judging. And I apologize, John, if you wake up to a plethora of DMs. But that's what you get. Whoever doesn't show up, feel free to bombard Joyce as well. Ask her all the questions. Other than that, we are going to post out the winners on the Twitter on the Twitter account. We'll contact them all individually. And to everyone else, thank you for showing up. Any parting words, gentlemen, before we sign off for 2025? Great, good chat. All right. So, with that being said,
I was going to let you do it if you wanted, Scuba, but
I got nervous. You've been great with the words. Trev and I have been tripping over
live
ourselves.
Solana, long live animation, long live Solana Animation Festival. Let's keep it going. Got a lot of exciting things to share in 2026. So we'll carry this energy through.
amazing. Long live Solana. Long live the United States dollar.
Burn it to the ground.